Superior pond, superior care, your backyard retreat beyond compare. Minnesota's finest at your call. Your pond stays perfect all year long.
Okay, so you know how you've been kind of daydreaming about having like a beautiful water feature right in your backyard?
Yeah, like a little slice of paradise right there in Minnesota.
Exactly, like you're picturing that peaceful pond or that elegant fountain.
And the sound of the water trickling, yeah.
Right. But then that thought probably pops up like, okay, how do I actually afford that right now?
Yeah, a lot of people run into that.
That's exactly what we're diving into today.
Yeah, we're going to lay it all out for you.
With some super helpful info from the experts at Superior Ponds.
Okay.
So we're going to explore all the different financing options they offer.
So you can figure out how to make that dream water feature a reality.
Without having to shell out a ton of money up front.
Because it doesn't have to be a huge financial burden.
Right. We're going to cover everything from short-term, interest-free solutions.
Yeah, those are great.
To longer-term plans that can be adjusted to fit different budgets. And you know how big or small you want your project to be.
Exactly. So it's all tailored to you and what you need.
Think of this like your own personal guide to understanding all the financial options out there.
Yeah, we're breaking it down for you.
So whether you're dreaming of a simple little bubbling rock feature, or you want to go all out and create a whole ecosystem in your backyard.
Like a full-on backyard oasis.
Right, that there are ways to make it happen.
Absolutely. We'll explore those possibilities together right here, right now.
All right, let's jump right into the first option.
Hit it.
The same as cash financing.
Ooh, that one's a popular one.
Sounds pretty good right off the bat.
Uh,
What's the main idea behind it for someone like me or you?
Basically, it's pretty simple. You get to spread out the cost of your water feature installation
Okay.
over a period of time, either 3, 12, or even 18 months. And as long as you stick to the payment schedule, you won't have to pay any interest during that time.
So it's like a 0% APR loan.
Exactly, for that specific time frame. And just so everyone's on the same page,
Right.
APR stands for annual percentage rate,
Yeah.
which is basically the yearly cost of borrowing money.
Yeah.
So it's like getting free financing for a bit.
So this sounds perfect for someone who, let's say, they'll have the money coming in, but maybe they just don't want to pay it all at once right away.
Exactly. It's all about timing.
Like say you're expecting a bonus or a big sale's about to close. You could get your pond installed now.
Enjoy it all summer long.
Right. And then pay it off when that money comes in.
Smart move.
Yeah. So the key takeaway here is you can put off payment without any interest if you know you'll have those funds coming in within that specific time frame.
Nailed it.
It lets you enjoy the water feature right away.
Instant gratification.
Without having to touch your savings or wait until you've saved up the whole amount.
You get the beauty and the tranquility without the immediate financial strain.
And looking into this option, it doesn't sound too scary either. I mean, I heard Superior Ponds does this with just a soft credit pull and there's no obligation.
Yeah, that's a huge plus for homeowners.
Right.
The soft credit pull won't hurt your credit score at all.
So you can check it out without worrying about it affecting your creditworthiness.
Exactly. And no obligation means you can see if it's the right fit for you.
No pressure.
No pressure at all.
This really fits with that whole idea of being financially savvy.
Being smart with your money.
You get what you want now, but you're also managing your cash flow in a responsible way.
Absolutely. It's the best of both worlds.
Okay, so what if that same as cash option doesn't quite line up with someone's financial situation? Like, what other ways can they finance their water feature?
Okay, so that's where unsecured home improvement loans come into play.
All right.
And they're a bit different from the previous option because you don't have to use your house as collateral.
Okay.
It's more about your credit score and income, sort of like a regular credit card, but for a larger amount.
So it's more of a direct application, less tied to your actual property.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm guessing the approval process is probably faster too, right?
Usually, yes, because there's no need for those long home appraisals.
Oh, okay.
Unsecured loans tend to get approved quicker.
That makes sense.
Which is great if you're eager to get your project rolling.
Right, like you want to get started soon.
No waiting around.
But there's a possible trade-off to think about, right? I think the interest rates might be a factor with these loans.
Oh, yeah, for sure, especially depending on your credit score.
Uh-huh.
It's important to understand that because these loans aren't secured,
Right.
they can sometimes have higher interest rates compared to loans that are backed by collateral,
That makes sense.
especially if your credit score isn't super high.
Right. So faster approval, but maybe higher interest rates depending on your credit situation.
That's a good summary.
But here's where things get really interesting for homeowners.
Yeah, this is cool.
Superior Ponds actually has some special partnerships to help people who might not have perfect credit.
It's true.
still get financing. So tell me more about this subprime merchant lending and second look funding.
Okay, so basically what's really neat is Superior Ponds works with these finance partners
Right.
that use these multi-lender platforms.
Oh, wow.
Kind of like a dating app, but for loans.
I like that analogy.
Right. It connects your application with a bunch of different lenders all at once.
So it's casting a wider net.
Exactly. And this means that even if your FICO score is, let's say, between 550 and 680, which might make it harder to qualify for a regular loan,
Uh-huh.
these platforms can connect you with a whole network of lenders who are more willing to work with a wider range of credit scores.
Okay.
So it really boosts your chances of finding a financing solution that works for you.
So it opens up possibilities, even if you have a lower credit score, because it connects you to all these different lenders.
Yeah, it's like having a whole team of matchmakers working for you.
I like that. A lot of possibilities.
A lot more options.
Yeah, that sounds like a real game changer for a lot of people.
I think so.
Because it gives them that flexibility to get financing now without having to tap into their home equity right away.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so now let's talk about the other side of things.
The flip side.
Secured lending and equity-based loans.
All right, let's get into it.
What are the main things people should know about these?
Okay, so with secured lending, you're basically using the future value of your home
Okay.
as leverage for the loan.
So your house is backing it up.
Right, and this can give you some pretty sweet advantages, like potentially lower interest rates.
Oh, that's nice.
And you might even get longer repayment terms compared to those unsecured loans we talked about.
That makes sense. So if someone's thinking about a bigger project like building a whole pond or doing a complete backyard makeover with multiple water features,
Yeah, go big or go home, right?
this could be a better option for them financially in the long run.
It could be, yeah, because those lower rates can really add up over time.
Right. And I think these loans also come with both fixed and variable rate options.
Yeah, you have choices.
And this is important. Superior Ponds says there are usually no prepayment penalties.
That's a big one.
So you have some flexibility later on if your finances change.
You're not locked in.
So potentially lower interest rates and longer terms by using your home's value. And it's good for those bigger projects.
That's the gist of it.
Plus that flexibility with no prepayment penalties.
Always a good thing.
And Superior Ponds actually has a specific program for this, right?
They do. It's called the Fast Track HI Loan Program.
That's it.
Yeah, and that's their dedicated offering for secured home improvement loans,
Okay.
made specifically for homeowners like you
Right.
who are looking to do those bigger projects.
The big ones.
Yeah, and it gives you access to loan amounts from $15,000 all the way up to $400,000.
Wow. That's a big range.
Yeah, so whether you're doing a small pond or a massive water park, they've got you covered.
This sounds perfect for those long-term planners out there
Yeah, the folks who are thinking ahead.
who want those predictable payments for those bigger projects.
Makes it easier to budget.
And they know they're investing in something that's going to increase the value of their home.
A solid investment.
Okay, so let's dive a little deeper into using your existing home equity for financing.
Okay, sounds good.
We've got home equity loans and HELOCs.
Two popular options.
What's the main difference between those two that someone should understand?
Okay, so the key difference is in how you get the money and how you pay it back.
Okay,
A home equity loan gives you a lump sum of money up front
got it.
with a fixed interest rate and a set payment schedule.
Okay.
It's very straightforward.
A HELOC, on the other hand, or a home equity line of credit.
That's a mouthful.
It's more like a credit card.
Yeah, that's a good way to think about it.
So you have a certain credit limit,
Right.
and you can borrow money as you need it during what they call a draw period.
Yeah, like you're dipping into a pool of money,
And then you go into a repayment period.
and HELOC rates are often variable.
Okay, so a home equity loan is better if you know exactly how much you need for a specific project.
Yeah, if you have a fixed budget.
While HELOC is more flexible if you have a project that might happen in phases.
Right, or if you just want access to funds for future needs.
Makes sense. And because both of these options are secured by your home equity, they usually have the lowest interest rates out there.
Yeah, that's a big perk.
But it's really important to remember that your house is the collateral.
Oh, yeah, don't forget that.
So you need to be absolutely sure you can repay the loan.
It's a big decision.
So home equity loans give you a lump sum with fixed rates. HELOCs give you that flexible access to funds, and both usually come with lower interest rates.
But you got to be confident in your ability to pay it back.
Right, because your home's on the line.
That's a big one.
Okay, so let's switch gears for a minute and talk about something that focuses on the long-term ease of owning a water feature.
Okay, I like this.
Bundled maintenance financing.
Now, this is smart.
This sounds pretty cool.
It really is.
Tell me more.
Okay, so this is a great option for pond owners who want to avoid headaches and unexpected costs down the road.
I like the sound of that.
Right. So Superior Ponds offers these VIP maintenance memberships,
Uh-huh.
and they bundle all the essential services like spring startups, fall nettings,
Right.
winter shutdowns, regular care visits, equipment inspections, and even repairs into one predictable payment.
So it's like a subscription service for your pond.
Exactly, you got it.
And I saw some pretty impressive numbers about how much you could save compared to paying for each service individually.
Oh yeah, the savings are significant.
Right. Tell me more about that.
Well, they estimate that you can save up to 20 to 25% compared to booking each service one by one.
Wow.
And you know what's really interesting?
With that.
Systems that are maintained year-round are much less likely to need major repairs or have unexpected breakdowns.
Oh, wow.
So it's not just about convenience.
Right.
It's about preventative care that saves you money and stress in the long run.
So predictable costs. And you could save money in the long run by bundling those essential maintenance services.
Exactly.
It's like getting a regular checkup for your car.
Yeah, good analogy.
Helps prevent those bigger, more expensive problems later.
Preventative maintenance is key.
So this bundled financing is perfect for those who want a hands-free, stress-free pond ownership experience.
You just relax and enjoy the beauty.
Sounds good to me. All right, so the last financing option we need to talk about
Let's do it.
is merchant lending programs.
All right.
This sounds pretty user-friendly.
It really is. It's all about simplicity, speed, and flexibility.
Okay.
And it's designed to make exploring your financing options super smooth.
Right at the point of sale.
Yep. No running around to different banks.
And Superior Ponds says these programs work for a whole range of credit profiles.
That's right.
Whether you have great credit or you're still working on building it up.
They try to make it accessible for everyone.
And the process sounds pretty easy, too, with that multi-lender matching and even soft credit pull options.
Yeah, they try to make it as painless as possible.
So the multi-lender matching, that's key, right?
Absolutely, because it increases your chances of finding the right financing for you by connecting you with a bunch of different lenders.
Like that dating app analogy.
Yeah, exactly. And the soft credit pull in the beginning
Right.
means you can explore your options without hurting your credit score. Plus, they have this direct ACH disbursement thing, which streamlines the whole funding process once you're approved.
So it's simple, fast approval with options for different credit profiles.
That's the beauty of it.
And they do that through multi-lender matching and soft credit pulls.
Yep, they thought of everything.
So it's really all about connecting you with the right financing for your situation.
Tailored just for you.
Making that dream of having a low-maintenance water feature more achievable.
Without all the financial stress.
Without getting bogged down in the details.
Exactly.
So it's all about making the financing process as smooth and stress-free as the water feature itself.
That's the goal.
Yeah, just relax and enjoy.
Pure bliss.
All right, so we've covered a lot of different options here.
Yeah, we've been through a lot.
From short-term interest-free plans
That's great.
to long-term secured loans and even that bundled maintenance financing.
Yeah, lots of choices.
What's the main thing someone should keep in mind as they're listening and trying to decide which path is right for them?
You know, the most important thing to remember is that financing a water feature is a really personal decision.
Right. It's not one size fits all.
Definitely not. It's all about finding what aligns with your lifestyle, your budget, and your long-term financial goals.
Your individual circumstances.
Exactly what works for one person might not be the best fit for someone else.
Right.
It's all about finding that perfect match.
But the good news is it sounds like there are solutions out there for a lot of different situations.
Absolutely. There's something for everyone.
Whether you need that short-term flexibility
Yeah, just to get you through.
to manage your cash flow, or you're looking for long-term affordability.
Yeah, for that big dream project.
Exactly.
They've got options.
And Superior Ponds really emphasizes their commitment to being transparent and flexible with their financing.
Yeah, they really want to make this process easy and straightforward.
They want to empower you to create that dream backyard oasis
Your little piece of paradise.
without feeling like you have to sacrifice quality.
Yeah, or your financial peace of mind.
It sounds like they truly believe you don't have to choose between having a beautiful, high-quality water feature and managing your budget responsibly.
You can have both.
It's not an either situation.
Nope. They want to make these tranquil escapes possible for everyone.
So for you, the listener, as you're picturing that peaceful water feature in your backyard,
Yeah, close your eyes and imagine it.
just take a second to think about which of these financing options might be the best fit for your current financial situation.
And your vision for your outdoor space.
And if any of these options sound good to you,
Like something you'd like to explore further?
the next step is to reach out to Superior Ponds directly.
Yeah, they're the experts.
They can help you come up with a personalized financing plan.
Tailored just for you and your project.
Sounds like that backyard transformation into a peaceful retreat might be closer than you think,
Yeah, it might be easier than you imagine.
thanks to all these different financing options out there.
It's definitely something to think about as you plan your spring and summer projects.
Who knows? Maybe you'll be enjoying the soothing sounds of your own water feature sooner than you thought.
I hope so.
Thanks for diving deep with us today.
It's been a pleasure.
See you next time.
Take care.
Your backyard retreat beyond compare. Minnesota's finest at your call. Your pond stays perfect all year long.